Hello, and welcome to the All Night Gamers podcast. We're back from Thanksgiving, the holiday season in full swing, and we are so happy to have you here for another episode of this podcast. So, let's get right to it. I'm here with the usual gang. Hello, guys. How are you guys doing?
Hello.
Hey,
We got a
I'm
whole.
good.
Good. I'm glad to hear. Did we all have a good Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
It was okay. It didn't really
Do
feel
we
like
count it
Thanksgiving.
as Thanksgiving if we
Did
had
you
no
eat?
family
Did you
and
eat a
no
bunch of
turkey?
food?
No, because we treated it like a normal week. Because no one came, so we didn't make any.
Wow.
So we pulled
dang.
Christmas out of the attic.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
We did that on Black Friday though, so it wasn't Thanksgiving when we started pulling out Christmas.
Well, I had a great Thanksgiving. Thanks for asking, Grant. But anyway, so we got a whole bunch of news, per the usual, to go through. Age of Calamity stuff, new Switch update, Sega Lifetime sales, our usual collector's corner, some scalping discussion, and apparently some stuff about a Nintendo Switch dock being discontinued, which leads into the ever-growing amass of rumors for a new Nintendo Switch, possibly next year. So, let's get right into things. Starting off, so Age of Calamity released last month, November. 3 million copies within the first weekend, including digital sales, and is the best-selling Warriors game ever, which is no shock to me because it's a Warriors game plus Breath of the Wild, so, didn't really have to do a lot of work there.
Zelda sells.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild sells, so, but that's good to hear. I think that's going to be probably a Christmas present for me. So I won't play it till after the new year because I've already got so much stuff. I bought so many games, dude. I bought way too many games. I have such a problem.
See, it's sitting upstairs and I haven't played it yet.
Waiting for
I
school to be
think I
over.
finished chapter 2.
Part of it's waiting to finish finals, and part of it is because if I don't wait to do it till after finals, I know I won't be able to stop because I'll just play it constantly to finish at least the story. And part of it is I have other games that I was already working through, and I don't want to stop those to go beat something else, to go back to those.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The usual conundrum.
I just don't really play a lot of games.
Yeah, too busy playing Hatsune Miku.
Yes, sir.
We're trying to force him to branch out.
At least back to the games that he's already started.
True.
Well, yeah, so that's pretty impressive. I'm glad to see it's doing well. I really want this series to go on for a long time. It's so good. So that's definitely nice to see.
Or at least Nintendo to keep working with Kotekmo on Warriors games, because this is the third, but fifth, depending on how you count Hyrule Warriors games.
That's true. Do you think after this success, they're going to do a Mario-based Warriors game?
That sounds
no. I think
so
that's
stupid.
the one they wouldn't touch. Like, I think they could do it. I just don't see Nintendo giving that permission.
Yeah.
I
They're
don't
very
know. Mario and violence. I don't know. That's just a hard
Mario
sell for me.
and look, you can get away with killing enemies by jumping on them, but throwing a fireball and murdering thousands in one level—that's going too far.
Whoa, Kirby Warriors? I think that's what I heard.
Yeah,
I think
this is quickly
right.
getting out of hand.
I think the closest Mario would get to a Warriors game is if they did Smash Warriors, which I don't see happening either.
That'd be sick, but I doubt that. Yeah.
At that point, it'd just be called Nintendo Warriors. We are way off topic.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not. We're good.
I don't know. I just don't see any other Nintendo franchise. I mean, maybe like Xenoblade or Metroid, possibly. There might be something there, but nothing fits us better than Zelda
and Fire Emblem.
Yeah,
Fire Emblem.
There we go. Fire Emblem. That would be.
Yeah, we have one.
We have one, but you could Like, there's enough, especially
There's
with how they did
17
that
Fire
one.
Emblem games they could easily do.
There's enough characters in each one. You could just do one Fire Emblem Warriors game for each game. So
I think that would oversaturate it, but they could definitely do a sequel. If they were doing a Fire Emblem Warriors 2, it would either be heavily based on Three Houses, or it would be more branched out through more parts of the series instead of just mainly focused on Awakening and Fates.
which it was last time.
Yeah.
So
But-
yeah, let's see what we got next. Neo: The World Ends with You announced for a summer of 2021 release. I not to sound like a negative Nancy, but I kind of don't care.
You wound me, Grant. See, I'm in the opposite boat. I'm super excited.
Well, I'm glad you're excited. I really am.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you shouldn't care either. I'm just saying I don't.
Not a Kirby
well,
theme, don't worry.
didn't mean to bring the mood down. Is there anything what's like the news other than its release date that they like dropped?
It took 12 years to get this sequel, so
Is there a trailer or anything?
yeah.
Okay, good.
I
I'll have to go
uploaded
watch
it.
that.
I uploaded the extended version to StormwindGames.
Square Enix, when the counter down hit 0, uploaded a longer version of the trailer on their own website, and they've posted it nowhere else. But I got it, so Cameron uploaded it.
Well, hey, yeah, I mean, number one source for gaming entertainment media, youtube.com/StormwindGames.
Go.
So yeah, if you're excited for that, congratulations, summer 2021. That's not that far away, even though it kind of still feels like March to me.
It always feels like March. This
Perpetually
year,
in
at least.
March.
Although I put on a jacket and long pants for the first time this year today since January or February, whatever.
Yeah, I still can't believe
That
it
was
snowed
weird.
for me today. That was weird.
Tomorrow is the first day of December.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I have a
nuts.
project due tomorrow. It's gonna be fun.
That's
So,
actually pretty great.
moving on, Europe has received pink and blue Switch Lite bundles with Animal Crossing New Horizons that were only available to order way before you hear this podcast and several days before we are recording this podcast. So, sucks to the European listeners that don't listen to us. Was it a pink Switch Lite with the game, or was it a blue Switch Lite, or was it a pink and blue Switch Lite?
It's
He wants to know if there's a custom one.
I'm saying, is it like a combination of colors?
no, unfortunately
Okay,
not.
it's
That
just
would-
the coral and blue separately.
yeah, it's
both
just a
of them.
coral and blue separate with Animal Crossing on their box. You know the Super Mario Odyssey Pro bundle that Walmart has.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Okay. Man, too sucks. We don't get anything like that over here. Or maybe we will. We'll talk about this. The Fortnite thing we talked about before is available now, as of this recording. Anyway, I can't promise anything by the time this podcast comes out.
It still
So
might be
Yeah, we might.
because
I
it
mean, it came to
released
Europe
after Black
first.
Friday.
Yeah. That's cool. I just don't. Switch Lite plus Animal Crossing is not the combo. Because when I was
Yeah.
playing that, I would be so mad if I had to play that game handheld for the amount of time that I played it.
Yeah, I see. That's my thing. Like everyone I've seen always goes, Animal Crossing is better on handheld, but I've always enjoyed the console versions more.
Dude, Dog mode is way better.
Well, it's not even document. Like just overall for the series, why would I want to invest, hundreds of hours into something that's realistically going to hurt my hands playing long term?
Well, actually, long term, I think that there is an argument to be made for the Switch Lite because after a little bit, you only play Animal Crossing for a short period of time every day, so it really doesn't matter. But back
Yeah.
back when it was new,
The
when it first
brand,
came
yeah.
out, I would have hated to do that because I was playing like 8 hours a day because that was when the pandemic first hit. Everything shut down. There was nothing to do. My spring break was that day. Like, my weekend of my spring break started on the release day of Animal Crossing New Horizons. So that was all I was doing because I couldn't leave the house.
I still hate
So,
that you would have had it. You would have had that weekend regardless. Like, if the pandemic hadn't happened, I would have had to wait to get it. Well, I guess not wait to get it because I'd already digitally downloaded it.
so yeah, anyway. Some more news on the new Story of Seasons Pioneers of Olive Town. Excuse me. That new game that's coming out. 4 of the romance-capable candidates have been revealed. So 4 of the characters in the game that you will be able to date have been revealed, which is I am very excited to see how good this game turns out to be. I've been needing. This just needs to be good. Just please let it be good. I've been waiting so long for a new Harvest Moon. That's good. Or excuse me, Story of Seasons. When was that? When was the release date on this game?
I think like March.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, but I can't recall correctly off of memory.
I think it's March.
Yeah, that's a system seller, dude. New Nintendo Switch 2021 Story of Seasons Pioneers of All Town. What else do you need?
Apparently, the Rice game that you were interested in is doing really well.
Yeah, I've seen that. Sakuna of Rice and Rain.
Yeah.
That was what I was going to get until I found out about the Stardew Valley Collector's Edition. I was like, you know what? Instead of this new game, let me buy the same game for like the 3rd time.
Yes.
But yeah, I've seen a lot of people posting about it and how like really good it is.
I want to say its sales numbers have been really good as well.
I'm glad to hear that.
Especially for something brand new.
Yeah. So there's also some new Pokemon card news that still kind of confuses me. So Alex, can you help me out here?
Hopefully, Yuri Geller is like, what was he?
He was a stage
spoon-
magician.
Stage
spoon
magician,
bender.
yeah.
He's-
They got
His main
proven to
shtick
be
is spoon
fake.
bending.
And like 20 years ago, he sued Nintendo over the fact that he claimed Kadabra looked like him.
And that the Japanese name was a parody of him. Which, sometimes you just get to sue people. You can be sue happy.
He won, so it prevented them from printing
He didn't
physical
win. They were
media.
still in legal battles for years, but they stopped. I think Bulbapedia said the last card for Kadabra was like 2004.
Anyway, so they stopped printing physical media that features Kadabra. And then recently he has gone back on that and said he's been trying to get in contact with Nintendo to give them permission to print the card again or print any of it.
He did say my Kadabra card though.
Yeah,
Oh.
but whatever.
In his tweet.
By given permission, does it mean you can do it, or you can do it as long as I get a cut? What kind of permission are we talking about? It has to be that.
Well,
right?
seeing as he was proven to be a faker, and this is like the first time he's gotten in the news in like 20 years, I assume it's the
former.
just from based on how I read it, it sounded like he was giving him straight permission to print it, no charges.
Yeah, he had a tweet.
And he mentioned he'd like forgotten this had happened.
Yeah.
What?
His tweet says, I am truly sorry for what I did 20 years ago. Kids and grown-ups, I am releasing the ban. It's now all up to hashtag Nintendo to bring my hashtag Kadabra, hashtag Pokemon card back. It will probably be one.
Hashtag.
It will probably be one of
Right.
the rarest cards now. Much energy and love to all. And then he plugged his
Nice. So he's released the ban, and now it's just up to Nintendo if they print more or not.
Yes.
Yes.
Bro, imagine going into like a court and everything, arguing about Pokemon, and you just forget 20 years later.
Wow. Well, all right. Well, I mean, better for him to do that than to not, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so now into some juicy news. So literally the day of this recording, not too long before we started, a new firmware update for Nintendo Switch has released, 11.0.0. It adds some pretty cool stuff. Still no Bluetooth.
Still no themes.
Yeah, still no themes either. But there is some good new stuff in here. So Nintendo Switch Online has its own section on the home menu. It's now to the far left of the row of buttons on the bottom of the screen.
It's really weird not having the news on the
Yeah.
far side.
Yeah.
But
So now it's just all in one app that it's cool in some ways, cumbersome in others. You can access NES and SNES online through it, although it's just quicker to go find the app on the screen. The cool thing that for me is that it shows all of your save data cloud backup. Every game that you have backed up to the cloud, you get it all in one big list, which is nice for reference. It's also a selling page for people that aren't involved in NSO right now, so you get to like look at all the stuff. And it's well put together. Another like nice quality of life thing, it shows you all the release dates of the SNES and NES games in the in that specific section, which
at least everything that they could find, like Wild Gun doesn't have exact date; it just has a month.
yeah. And you can scroll through the list of all the releases and click on any game you want, and if you click on it, it gives you a little description of the game, and also allows you to start the software into that game, which is it's nice if you just want to do a little history searching and learn something. It's got an online play section, so it shows you the game it's got with online play. It's got an ad for the specific mobile apps you can download for like Splatoon or Animal Crossing, and it's also got the games list that have voice chat support. The whopping huge list of 4 games that use Nintendo voice chat down there.
It is the usual suspects for it too.
Yeah. And then they've also got the special offer section that shows you like the free games like Tetris 99, Mario 35, and some other game trials. You can look at a description and some photos of the SNES and SNES controllers you can buy from Nintendo. And it also it gives you a QR code to scan, so it'll bring you right up to the page on the Nintendo store to buy. And also just some other benefits thing. It's very small right now. I'm sure it'll be expanded as time goes on. But yeah, it's just a little Nintendo Switch Online app thing down in the bottom left. And yeah, so just a little all-in-one place to go for NSO stuff.
Which is cool. It's definitely an interesting one. There was not either my controllers already updated or there was not update controllers this one. But if you go into your album, you can now send things straight to your phone.
Yeah, and you can also send it to your computer as well, so it makes it easier for you to move around screenshots and things of like that nature.
Yeah.
Instead of spamming your Twitter followers.
Yeah, my 5 Twitter followers. Oh, my poor Twitter followers.
I'm still gonna do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no point.
It makes it quick. It makes it quicker if you're trying to do a mass offload. It really helps.
Yeah. 4 at a time. Let's go, baby.
A new feature is added that automatically downloads backed up save data that has been added to the cloud. This is big. Finally.
Especially for you.
Yeah. Me and my 12 switches. But yeah, so if you have it, you have to go enable it in the system settings. But once you do,
actually,
if you upload new save data to your cloud. And so for me, for example, I have my Switch and my Switch Lite. So say I open up Stardew Valley on my Switch and play a day and close it and upload it, then my Switch Lite will automatically download that new save data, so I don't have to worry about doing that. There's several times where I've forgotten to download it and I have to like close out the game and re-download it, and it's not really that big of a deal. It's just a pain. But now that fixed it. You can have automatic re-downloads, which is nice. I will definitely be using that to the fullest extent because I translate between those two things so much.
I only really need it for Mario Kart, but it's annoying having it go, and this is a different version than what you have on the cloud. Are you sure you want to download the cloud version? Yes.
There's a trending section on the user page. It's kind of a big, whatever. But it shows it's like a more easy way to see the games that most of your friends have been playing recently. So, for example, I'm looking at mine right now. Animal Crossing is at the top, says recently played by 9 friends, followed by Pokemon, Sword and Shield, 5 friends and 4 friends respectively, Smash, and it gives me a whole list of of games and which friends have been playing them in order of most to least. So it's like trending for in your friend group, and then there's also like some featured games. Like for me, it's Mario 35 and Monaco and Jackbox Party Pack 2, which is my game. I'm not going to get into that. Anyway, so yeah, that's just a little neat new thing. We talked about the photo stuff. You can transfer to your phone or to a computer via USB cable. And the other really big thing is now you can prioritize your downloads. So if you have a bunch of things downloading at once, you can pick what you want to download first, which is very nice. I've been waiting for that for a while. Very good quality of life feature. And finally, there's some new user icons for the 35th anniversary of Mario. Will those be deleted on March 31st as well?
Yes.
Mario dies on March 31st, 2021. You can name preset button mappings. That was added earlier where you can change what buttons do. So now you can name those presets. And Brazilian Portuguese was added as a supported language. So if that's if you've been waiting for that, here it is. Yay. And then finally they say several issues were fixed, usability and stability were improved per the usual. So a pretty nice beefy firmware update. If nothing else, I'm happy for the cloud features. I'm happy for the download prioritization. And while I personally probably won't be using that much, I'm glad to see that easier album transfers are a thing now. That's good on them. So, yeah, that is out now. You can go download it on your Switch if it hasn't automatically done so. And other than that, everything pretty much looks the same from what I can tell. So, that was the firmware update. Moving on again. So, Nintendo recently posted about this now as their official unveiling. Super Nintendo World is opening next February in Japan. The photos they posted looked incredibly cool.
For real.
That Mario Kart ride is sick.
The park, the shot that's over the whole park is really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I am interested about those AR headsets, especially with the pandemic. How is that going to work? That's going to be a long wait time because they're going to have to clean that stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Realistically, they're with it being in February, they're probably hoping that things are more sorted out. But Japan's kind of had a grip on their parts of the pandemic more so than we have. So
I mean,
yeah, that's true.
It's about the same worldwide, but Japan's done a little better because wearing masks was already a usual thing over there.
Oh yeah, because of like smog and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they are just more weary as people. That's a usual thing, is to be more worried about stuff, which is, and no way is this in a negative context. If anything, it's better to do that. They're
Yeah, 'cause,
better for doing that. But yeah, so that did help them out a little bit. Also, Japan embraces science as most as any country, so they're pretty big about that. But that'll be interesting to see. I'm personally waiting for that YouTube video to come up of someone writing it, where I get to see what it looks like.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
that's going to be interesting with them doing AR headsets, because that's going to be kind of a lackluster experience to watch someone record if they don't have like a helmet to put their camera into.
I'm sure someone will figure it out.
Someone's just going to wait till the last ride of the night and grab it.
Yeah, I really want to go to Super Nintendo World. That just looks so cool. That's literally like so many people's childhood dream.
I'm disappointed that the Orlando one isn't like further up on their schedule.
Do you know what it currently is on their schedule?
Just that they're planning to build one in Orlando.
Okay. When did they first announce, or like that they were planning a Super Nintendo World?
Wasn't it like
You cut out.
2018?
Yeah,
2018. Yeah, okay, that's what I was gonna guess. Like 2017, 2018.
Yeah, it's been a few years. Dang.
So what? Plus pandemic. 2023, 2024.
Plus, they
maybe?
had the I want to say that Universal is buying more land for a third part, like down the street from the current Universal. So they might
2025.
20
Definitely by like 2050.
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Look, if
I would
it
expect,
takes
like-
too long, I'm just gonna go to Japan.
Yeah, by the time I'm 50, I'll have enough money to travel.
I kind of expect 2030 at the latest, though, or at least I hope.
Yeah, it can't be 10 years, right? That's a long time. But who knows? But yeah, so you should go on their Instagram and look at those photos, because that literally just looks so cool. They're doing a great job. They know exactly what they're doing.
It's weird that they're calling it Super Nintendo Land when all we've ever seen from any of them is Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even the
And I hope
concept
spacing's
stuff.
better than the Harry Potter world.
Yeah,
You want it to be accurate. Well, it's accurate,
accurate doesn't work for a theme park. So sorry.
Yeah, for real.
Sounds like y'all are angry about something.
but how crowded Harry
Stupidity.
Potter Land is.
Not because of
they're
the people,
stupid.
just because the spacing is too tight.
For a theme park, yeah.
Well, anyway, yeah,
We've
go
only
check out
got
those
some-
photos. It looks good. Opening February next year. Certainly exciting. I'm very jealous. Japan has so many cool things, and it makes me very upset.
Hey guys, new video. Sorry guys, I'm moving to Japan.
All Night Gamers live in Japan.
Now
Let's go.
that would be a podcast if we
Actually,
went to Japan. Anyway,
who,
so
who paying?
Not you, that's for sure.
well, okay. Last thing before we get into our collector's corner for the week, Sega revealed their like lifetime sales of several series. Pretty much everything that they're involved in, and I haven't really seen stats like this before. I feel obligated to start with Sonic. 1.14 billion copies of all the Sonic games, including all the re-releases and the free-to-play versions, since 1991. That's a lot.
Man.
Shin Megami Tensei 17.4 million, Persona 13.1 million, Puyo Puyo 32 million, Phantasy Star Online 5.5 million, Chain Chronicle 22 million, Football Manager 22 million, Total War 34.4 million, Sakura Wars 4.1 million, Yakuza 14 million, and Hatsune Miku 6.4 million.
Let's go.
I knew you were gonna say that. You know, that makes me think of what's Mario's numbers?
Well, then
So you can't look it up by series, but that's that's pretty high. Like, especially depending on how.
didn't
Nintendo-
New Super Mario Bros. Reach like 10 billion or something
Not 10
crazy?
10 billion of just
No,
the new
not
Super
10
Mario
billion.
Bros? No way.
10 million is definitely possible. Like,
I know the Wii one reached something crazy because were all out on that celebration on like all their social media.
And Mario, the original one, that was really big. That
Yeah.
was pretty much a system seller.
problem with trying to figure out the numbers is just Nintendo doesn't have it by series. They have it by the individual games.
Also, we'd have to
Which,
do math that we did not do before the show.
yeah, and I'm not going to do that, but I will say that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe by itself has sold several of the series.
Yeah, well, that's no shock. That's not.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, that's not fair, right? It's
Yeah,
Mario
but
Kart.
that's
Sega's
one
got
game.
one series though that's like recognizable to the general audience, and Nintendo's got several that are.
Yeah.
True.
Just
Yeah, it's
realistically
hilarious how Sonic just towers over all these other numbers.
Mm-hmm.
1.14
I don't even
billion.
know what. Most of these I recognize. Some of these I have games for.
I will say I don't recognize Total War.
Yeah, I
off
don't know what
the top of
Total
my head.
War is.
Football Manager, I vaguely recognize, but I think more so like as than anything.
If it
Yeah.
wasn't Sonic, it would probably be like Fantasy Star or Yakuza or Shin Megami Tensei or Persona.
Sakura Wars has like 6 games, so I think that sales number's pretty good for it.
Oh, yeah.
Especially since they just tried to.
They went missing for like 10 years or something crazy like that.
Because Sega went, let's only sell Sonic.
Sega went, hey, they asked it like a Japan thing. What do y'all want to see us reboot? And that was like the big one. So they were like, okay, we'll release a new one.
We're talking about the same company that decided that Sonic needed like 4 games in the span of like 2 years, and one of them was Werehog.
Like-
Werehog. Great.
People like the go fast sections in that game. They do not like the
People like the go fast sections in all Sonic games.
Yeah,
that's
not-
that's
not.
like the criticism of every
Hold on,
Sonic game.
hold on. Sonic 06 exists. Like, give credit where credit.
Yeah, I think
Dude.
every complaint in every Sonic game is like, well, I like the fast sections, but all the other stuff, like, can we stop with the other stuff? Let's just do the fast. Like, Sonic goes
People like
fast.
Chow Garden.
Chow
I
Garden
like Garden,
was amazing.
but that's different. You know why? Because
There is a
that
fast
had
section.
effort.
Breathe
That had
Chow.
effort in it.
Alright, I bred the most competitive Chow. Now race.
Now go fast.
If you imagine a Chow Garden like mobile app, that'd be
Yeah, Sega's.
Honestly, it's amazing. Sega's stupid. They haven't done a Chow Garden mobile app yet.
actually though. See, business decisions here on the podcast. Also,
Sega sponsored us for more ideas like this.
actually, honestly, I forget that Hatsune Miku's belonged to, like, that Sega owns her. Honestly,
They own the games, right? Do they own her?
No way.
Hang on, let me check.
Does Sega own Hatsune Miku?
Who owned? Who
Who
owned
owns Vocaloid?
Krypton Future Media?
Is Krypton Future Media owned by Sega? Or Sega Sammy?
Krypton owned by Sega? Question mark.
Me type out
Man,
questions on
Cooper sounds like
podcasts?
he's on If Google Was a Guy.
Hatsune Miku owned by who? Question mark.
Oh, that'd be
Dude,
cool.
those were good videos. Not to get like way off topic, but those are amazing videos.
Especially the quarantine ones they did.
I need to watch those. I didn't know those were a thing. I'm gonna do that right after we're done recording. That's what I'm watching.
Although Miku is owned and licensed by creator Krypton Future Media, Miku is often viewed as one of Sega's mascots.
By
Oh.
who? Must be the Japanese. There's no way.
Sega's main mascot is Sonic the Hedgehog. Yo! That's
I
new.
No, they.
I don't.
I
just
mean,
throws me for
Sega
a loop.
obviously is also like, yes, we own her. Look, we have her in a Sonic costume.
Then again, Hatsune Miku has been thoroughly ruined for me by the internet. So
I thought we were gonna say because there was that whole Pizza Hut ad.
no,
No,
and I
didn't
kind of
remember
don't want to
the
know
deal
about it.
about
The amount of things I see about Hatsune Miku that are NSFW,
This
NSFL.
was safe
and-
for work, okay? It was like an actual ad that they worked with Pizza Hut on.
How do
was
we
like-
get people to buy pizza? I got it.
Damn,
like-
girls.
If you had an app, you could shine it on the Pizza Hut box you ordered, and she would, and then it would bring up an AR thing with her dancing.
Cool.
Dude, I would start buying
Thanks
pizza
for
like
the
this.
pizza. I'm gonna go watch Anime Girls now.
NAR.
You forget this is Japan, so
Japan has Pizza Hut?
Hey, what?
they have KFC.
Wait. They have Kentucky?
That's Kentucky.
Japan has
KFC is
Kentucky.
why Japan celebrates Christmas.
That okay. I my brain hurts.
KFC brought Christmas over there, so they buy KFC for Christmas.
Is that are you for real? They buy KFC? That's like
I wouldn't joke about
like,
this.
like
Yes,
American
this
is like the holiday ham. You have like
yeah,
and
yeah, KFC.
KFC. Dude, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, get a $20 fill up. Shoot.
That's like a popular thing.
Well, I mean, I'm glad they really do like torturing themselves.
Christmas time. What are we
But
getting?
this is also
Stomach
Japan we're
pain.
talking
You're
about.
getting indigestion for Christmas.
This is Japan we're talking about, so it's completely possible that it doesn't suck as much over there.
Yeah, just like are there sides like
true.
rice? Like we have like mashed potatoes. They have rice. That's probably very stereotypical, but I'm serious. I'm sure they do. They don't. Maybe they don't. Maybe they fully indulge in the American culture.
Wait,
Wow,
you know how
okay.
like we have a Chinatown? Do they have a U.S. town?
Americatown.
This is
That I don't know. My
So
brain hurts. My brain's really hurting on
Yeah, I
that
just
KFC
found out
thing.
that Kentucky's owned by Japan, so
Yeah, I had no idea. I had no idea. They've been trying to tell us that Kentucky's right there, but it's not.
man. I didn't realize we went to
Dang.
Japan.
Feel ripped off. We didn't even get to see the cool parts of Japan when we went to Kentucky. We saw Kentucky.
dang it.
Okay, I'm gonna try to let's try to cleanse our minds really quick. On to Collector's Corner. We decided to go back to just a regular Collector's Corner this week, kind of take a break from the special stuff. We'll get back to it next week because Game Awards are coming up, so stick around for that.
There's
But,
gonna at least be 2 special ones this month.
yeah.
That Game Awards one and Christmas, probably.
Yeah, and another thing that I don't want to spoil. So, regular Collector's Corner. I never go first. I'm going to go first.
Hey.
I got Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz for Black Friday, and I played a little bit of that. And I've beaten the first world. It's kind of easy. I'm really hoping the difficulty goes up. Because I'm trying to see, like, well, why do people not care as much about this one? So,
Ooh.
Maybe difficulty.
yeah, but I've only been through the first world, so I can't judge that for sure.
That's true.
Also, more Spider-Man. I didn't play Demon Souls because this Thanksgiving break was a mental health break for me, and Demon Souls would have ruined that.
I will say it was
And
good to see you the other day.
and um oh yeah, Friends of Mineral Town. Played a couple days of that. Um and yeah, I always like bring a bunch of games on break when I go on
And
vacation.
don't
Like, oh, I
play
need
them.
things to play all the time, and then I barely play it.
Oh, I do that.
I barely
Especially
play
when
anything.
It's even worse because I get car sick and I'm like, no, I'll play them in the car this time.
He does
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, I have that problem too.
Like,
I'm like, why do I bring all these things if I'm not gonna play them?
we got holders for our switches for
That
the
helps a
Disney
little bit.
trip, and it's nice not to have to hold it. I will
Oh,
say.
for sure.
It's also kind of wonky.
It works
It
for.
doesn't feel safe to have it up there,
Oh, yeah,
regardless of how secure it actually is.
Huh.
I gotta say, like those things, like the holders, like it, like with Miku, it feels like an actual arcade machine using like the Joy-Cons wireless and stuff. It's really cool.
I can see Cooper going ham in the car.
Hell yeah!
Well, anyway, that's all I got. So speaking of Cooper,
What have I been playing? I've been playing Fire Emblem Heroes and Among Us, like the usual. Oh, Pokemon Sword and Shield. I got those Pikachu's.
but you didn't play. You just downloaded
Yeah,
the Pikachu's
that's
got
about- yeah.
I like
Yeah.
these chat Pikachu's. Alright, see you later, Pokemon.
Just what I needed for my team. 12 Pikachu's.
Excellent.
Wouldn't
That-
it be 16?
Or yeah, whatever. Too many Pikachu's.
I think that's about
So-
it.
On the topic of Pokemon, real quick, Pokemon Home, I almost called it Bang, is backed up through NSO, but Sword and Shield are not.
What?
I noticed it when I was looking through the NSO page earlier. That is just so weird to me.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, my brain. Oh, my brain.
Who
What?
cares about those Pokemon? Where's Pokemon Snap?
Where's Pokemon Snap? Wait, true though.
Actually,
Yeah,
though,
like now, okay, we're kind of like at least just go ahead and tell us. Just tell us it's not coming out this year. We'd just rather that be a thing.
I'd rather be
Damn,
like this
we
thing.
released it on December 31st.
It counts.
We are the meme now, guys. We released it on the last day of the year.
It literally would not get to you until multiple days later.
Right.
Digital though.
True.
Yeah, but cringe. Anyway, Cameron.
Yes. So I have been playing Animal Crossing. Obviously, the Turkey Day was actually kind of interesting. So with these last few events, they've actually felt like they're trying more so than like Bunny Day when the game released. So it is nice. Turkey Day, especially, you got to go talk to your villagers, trade them for different recipe ingredients that you would take to Franklin the turkey, and he would cook them up, and then you would get stuff and get the recipes for free. But what's really interesting is that they had the recipes available at the Nookling shop after the event.
Oh wow.
Like you didn't even have to complete it; you just had to.
Well, you forget that at the end of the event, they throw Franklin in a pot of boiling oil and eat him. For it is
Do they?
tradition. Well, he's the only turkey around, and a man's got to eat.
True.
They
Yeah,
just
but
don't
regardless
show
of-
that.
Regardless of that, though, it's just nice that they're properly trying. It makes me excited for the Christmas event for Toy Day.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
why
have-
they prevented people from time traveling to it. They want it to be a surprise.
It looks very solid. for Twitter if they keep this up. So
They
I've
better
also
keep
been
this up. I don't have. No one loves
3.
me enough to celebrate holidays with me, so I have to celebrate them in Animal Crossing.
Sad. I've been playing Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Actually, just earlier, I got all of the achievements. So now the only thing I have to do is get Alex or Cooper to join me in murdering a bunch of enemies for the defeat all enemies challenge, and do 14 more levels of that, and then I'll have 100% it.
Oh, I blinked out for a second, so I thought you were saying like attack like villagers in Animal Crossing or something. Like I was so confused.
No,
You
we already
blinked
went
out
over this.
really,
Nobody else gets.
really hard.
No one else dies. It's just Franklin. And I'm not saying it's cool to watch him boil in oil, but circle of life.
What about Tom Nook though?
No, you
Dude,
don't
Tom
pick
Nook's
Tom
the
Nook.
best lawyer or
Oh,
home renner, not
A
lawyer,
lawyer
home
can't
renner,
stop a gun. I'm just saying.
home
Get
renner.
it right.
Real
Watch out.
estate agent. That's what
Yes,
you're looking
real. Yep, thank you. Real estate agent to ever exist. You can pay him back whenever you want.
That's true. But in like the GameCube one, he makes you plant stuff and not take.
Look,
Yeah, screw
I
that
kinda
guy for
wish
being
I had more.
environmentally conscious.
Yeah, what the heck?
Well, to be fair, he was making you plant stuff to liven up the shop.
I
He
put him
didn't care
at my
about the
house.
environment.
I put that at my house.
Okay, Alex, finish us off.
I believe the only thing I've played this week is Persona Q.
Those are some long games.
They are.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, I checked my time and it's sitting at like 50 hours.
Jeez.
I was kind of surprised how long the spinoff is.
It is a Persona game, though.
But recently I beat the 4th dungeon except for doing the boss, and I've been running the date cafe just because I'm interested in like the different outcomes with all the characters. But I don't have to do anything in the date cafe. I'm like, go game, go. I just have to click the responses that would give me a different person. Because I'm high enough level to do that.
Nice. What a flex. All
It
right.
took him 50 hours.
Well, that wraps up our Vanilla Collector's Corner this week. On to the tidbits. Cooper, you have the floor for your weekly Fire Emblem Heroes discussion. Mumble.
All right. So we got a rep. Well, we got a rep and refine with Oliver, Admired Beauty with the Tome of Favors, Noe, Eternal Youth with Purifying Breath, Miss, Helpful Sister with Elena's Staff, Crom, Night Exalt, Crom, Exalted Prince, Lucinda, Future Witness, and Marth, Ignite. Thank you. Boy.
You took the time to write all of this down and add in bold stuff. And you didn't even give it a once over.
I wrote it down, but who cares?
Cooper's the guy that
I
chose
wrote the word that I can't
and read
pronounce.
it live.
And they all four have the Falchion refine.
Cooper, look, in school, that would get you about a C.
Hey, he's passing.
You showed up.
Yeah, and it's only a C because you had something to present.
Right.
And your teacher's probably depressed and going through a divorce. So
He might get a B because
No,
he had
look,
no,
something to
definitely
present.
not.
No, it's guaranteed to be a D if your teacher's going through a divorce. I dealt with that in Algebra 2.
Ouch.
Hey, my chem professor was going through a divorce, and I made a solid like B+ in that class.
Some of them take it better than others. It really
he
depends
did.
on.
Well, he took it so well that he decided to tell all of his students about it.
It
So-
really, really
Jeez.
depends on who is divorcing whom. Is that temperament. I don't care about grammar. That's how I see
And
it.
it depends for the reasons of divorce.
Yeah.
Also
The All Night Gamers podcast. Anyways, divorce.
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 Oh no. Anyways,
um, so voting gauntlet starts Tuesday. It'll be a day by the time this podcast is released, and then time for me to flex. I pulled Triandra, a plus attack minus HP after 85 orbs, roughly. So, yeah.
What a flex. I can feel your muscles clenching
Thank
through
you, bro.
the microphone.
That's, yes.
Congratulations.
See, Grant's jealous because he doesn't even play the game.
Yeah, I like usually in my family I'm the one that knows things, even though I'm an idiot, but they think I know everything because I have to fix all the tech in the house. So there's not a lot of moments I experience where people say things and I don't understand it at all. Because usually the problems I have to deal with are very simple problems. But like every week Cooper says this stuff, I don't know a lick of what he's talking about. I'm generally confused. Add that to the list of things I don't know. Fire Emblem Heroes.
Grant, why won't my computer start? Did you try plugging it?
Well, let's check the list. Plug it in. Press power button.
If it's more complicated than that, we might need to be a little concerned.
Check to
Okay.
make sure all wires.
So, well, I hope you listener got something out of that more than I did. On to some other tidbits. So,
we learned that Cooper is illiterate.
Yeah, this just in. Doom Eternal is coming to the Switch on December 8th. That is next week, next Tuesday, I believe. Yes, next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Digital only. They came out about that earlier, that there will be no physical edition of that. But if you're a big fan of Doom on Switch and you want this one on Switch as well, and now's the time. It's coming very soon. Supposedly it's supposed to be pretty well, or run pretty well. Anyway, and it's impressive that it's coming at all. If you have Game Pass, it's on Game Pass, so don't bother. But
so don't bother. L.
But I mean, I guess if you want to, look, I get it. You have a Switch and you have a toilet, and you want to play Doom Eternal there, and that's okay, you know. Anyway, yeah, this is digital only December 8th. We'll see how good it turns out. We'll most likely mention it in this show if possible. Hopefully reviews out by that time for the Switch version. So yeah, next. So we talked earlier several weeks ago about a Fortnite themed Switch that was available in Europe, and it is now available in the UK, dropped for Cyber Monday, which is the day of this recording.
Wait, it's not available for the UK?
It's
US.
available in the US. It was available in the UK before, but now it's available here. I scanned through earlier to see if it was still available anywhere, and when I looked earlier, just about an hour ago or so, maybe 2 hours ago, it was still up at GameStop and Amazon. Best Buy, Walmart, and Target already had it sold out. So if you're listening to this and you haven't seen any news about it, those are the first two places to go look.
Especially GameStop. GameStop seems to just be getting a lot of it, which kind of concerns me.
I also think just less people want to buy from GameStop because their shipping is kind of garbage.
It's major garbage.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, you get a cool set of Joy-Cons with the bus on it surrounding the home button, and a nice little dock with some etches on it. You also get 2,000 V-Bucks and Fortnite pre-installed, and a download code for the Wildcat bundle, which is an in-game pack, and that includes some cosmetic stuff. So yeah, that's available now in the US. If you're really itching for a Fortnite themed Switch, you're still really big into that.
I will
hopefully
say
it's available by the time you
Joy-Con
hear this.
colors themselves are quite nice.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah, I like that comparison. I mean, it looks good. And if you're into Fortnite, I'm sure you'll enjoy it a lot more than us who are not really into that. But if you're listening to this and don't know about it, GameStop and Amazon are the first two places to look. hopefully you can get one.
I thought you were saying you don't know about Fortnite, and I'm like, I'm so jealous.
Dude, that's great. Though. They took the
If you
liberty
don't know
of...
about Fortnite, let me tell you, it all
If
started
you don't know about
7
Fortnite,
years ago.
can I join you in that rock you've been hiding under?
Yeah, for real, you got another bed. Anyway, and final tidbit: the Nintendo Switch Online app is now updated for Animal Crossing, so you can see your catalog inside of the app. That's a nice little quality of life thing. For the few that are still playing Animal Crossing, or I shouldn't say few, most people that are still playing Animal Crossing. Just a little quality of life thing.
It is really weird how many people are mad about it though, because it's not it. So a lot of the fan ones have like the full loadout, so you can see what you're missing. That one does not have a proper way to do that, as far as I'm aware. So not great, but hey, it's a step in the right direction. You tried, Nintendo.
I get it. You're a simple man. You just want to play Doom Eternal on your Fortnite Switch on the toilet.
Couldn't even keep it together. Okay. All right. So we got a couple big things to wrap up our show here. First, there's a group that has been pretty public about their scalping stuff. A company called Crep Chief Notify. That's really a mouthful. Is a company that started by scalping shoes. So either you know it or you don't. But the shoe market is has the same problem with scalping that video game does. Like limited releases, and you cop them because they're so hard to find. And you go to like these conventions and sell them for tons of money, and you make a bunch of profit on it. And now they've gotten into this whole video game scalping stuff. They previously claimed that they obtained like 3,500 or so PS5 consoles to resell for profit, and it is now claiming that they have secured over 1,000 plus Xbox Series X consoles for the same purpose. Quote, they have now managed to secure over 1,000 plus today, and there's still many hours left. You snooze, you lose. That was on its social channel, which screw you. Okay, that really gets me. But the biggest thing is that they've
told little kids to screw off, and then
they have defended their actions by saying that many of the members of this company are now able to not have to worry about finances so much. So they have said that like struggling financially, but now could quote put food on the table thanks to the console profits. Some quotes: lots of our community have been furloughed, made redundant, or at some point been disadvantaged due to the pandemic. These people have managed to cover their bills, put food on the table, and supply Christmas presents to their children. It may be unfortunate that a child won't wake up to a PS5 this Christmas, but another child may have woken up to nothing. We have no regrets. Now, look, I totally get. Like, I'm not knocking that it's bad for children to not get things on Christmas. That's terrible. Like, I'm pretty sure everybody in the world would agree on that. That is bad. But this is definitely not the way to do it, because children don't understand things. They're kids. And so taking away a PS5 is still kind of mean, and really if you're struggling to get money, this is not the way to do it. It's hard to build up an argument because you're trying to say that now that my employees have money to support their families, but I'd like to question that first. Are these are these people really in need of money?
Well, if they can afford a PS5, multiple PS5s in the first place, no.
I don't believe these are the same families. Like, I know there's families that are struggling because there always are, especially right now because we're in a pandemic, but I don't think that the people that are struggling are the ones that are doing this resale garbage.
Definitely not.
Yeah, so they've just been. It's also just so edgy. Like, we're reselling these consoles, and there's nothing you can do about it. So suck it, or whatever. And if you're listening to this, please do not buy a scalped console. Like,
It encourages them.
Yeah, for real.
If you're
yeah,
gonna
and
encourage
it's a waste.
them,
Well, it's a
encourage
waste of
me.
your money more than anything. So yeah, they've replied to like PlayStation and Microsoft tweets talking about like how they've come out like, hey, we're gonna have more stock again soon. Don't worry about it. They reply on Twitter like, oh, that's great, because they're gonna be scalping more consoles. But yeah, so I don't know. That's just such garbage. That's trash. I
Yeah,
don't
actually.
see how this is allowed. They're even posting ads on Facebook to work for them, to like teach you how to resell and like to help be a reseller through this company. I really just can't stand that, man. That's so annoying.
Like the way they're going about it is just really toxic, honestly.
Yeah, that's a great way to describe it. Like you're gonna do this thing that is heavily frowned upon, and then argue it with like, well, these people are struggling?
They're also doing the no publicity is bad publicity tactic, because even if we are a small podcast, if there are larger groups talking about them, then that gets people to go and look at them.
Yeah, well, I mean, they are. This is I referenced an article from VideoGamesChronicle.com. You can most certainly easily Google it and find this page if you'd like to read more into the details and some other statements from Phil Spencer and some of these screenshots of ads and things of that nature if you're interested. So yeah, they're definitely getting publicity from it. And I don't know, it feels like something Trump would do. And that's no good. Listen to Sonic said it himself. That's no good.
That's no good.
So, yeah, it looks like this scalping battle is far from over, but we all know that scalpers lose eventually because there's always more stock than there are scalpers buying.
Yeah, look at the Switch.
It will just take a while, though.
Yeah. And if you really are nasty, you could sign up through them and be like, hey, I want to learn how to resell and make a bot. And once you are taught how to make a bot, you just leave. And now you have the bot. You can get it yourself. And
That's true. Fake name, fake address, boom.
yeah. I wish I had if I had the capital, I would want to do it just to get a bunch of consoles and then give them away or like sell them at retail price to people.
I was actually looking on Facebook Marketplace, and someone around here was selling a PS5 for 500.
Dude,
Now,
those are the vigilantes. We got some vigilantes out here that are doing good. But yeah, so go read the article if you want to look into that more, and don't support scalpers. Big message there.
Oh yeah, speaking of like scalpers, like the Fire Emblem 30th anniversary, like that, just the prices on eBay is nuts.
Dude, it's almost everything. That's what's
Actually,
so annoying.
though.
It's not even like just
Especially
like
right
console
now.
releases. It's everything.
The problem is scalpers scalped things long ago, so they've got the capital to be able to scalp like this.
Yeah, it's just a growing thing. Ugh. Anyway, so final topic, rumor heavy. It was I found this earlier today that someone had contacted the Nintendo UK store about their Switch docks. So if you know anything about the Switch docks, they've been hard to find for a long time, and have not been in stores for an even longer time. Pretty much the only way right now to get one officially is refurbished through the US store. I know that's been a thing for a while. I don't know if it still is. I haven't looked. But anyway, so this guy in the UK contacted the UK store and said like, "Hey, when are we going to get more Switch docks in stock? You know, it's important and a lot of people want them and it's been a long time." So they responded and said that they have discontinued the Nintendo Switch dock set in the UK. Therefore, our UK store will no longer stock this on our site. I apologize for the inconvenience this may have caused. So it's pretty much official that at least in the UK it's fully discontinued, and it probably spells for the rest of the world as well. Now, what I pose is that they're discontinuing this because of a new Switch. And not just a new Switch, but a new Switch dock that is backwards compatible with this current gen Switch. So, if I'm speaking hypothetically, there's a new Switch dock that comes with the new Switch that's coming out sometime relatively soon, right? If they're discontinuing now. That has upgraded features like a 4K upscaler. It has some DLSS built into it. It has, XYZ, all the stuff that we've been wanting that you could, so you buy the new dock, and then at least in docked mode, your old Switch could perform like the new Switch. And then the reason to get the new Switch was so that you could get better handheld stuff. So you buy the new Switch to get both the dock and as well as like the new Switch if it comes with like a bigger screen and Bluetooth and a bunch of other new features. And if you don't want to do that, you can keep your current Switch and buy the new dock, and you still get the docked benefits like 4K upscaling and DLSS.
There's no way 4K upscaling is getting added.
Well, it could.
It
depends if they were able to get it cheap enough.
4K upscaling is cheap. Or I'm not talking about any sort of native resolution, any sort of super sampling, any sort of like expensive stuff, but just simply upscaling the image properly to 4K to make it look better. That's pretty easy to do. And plus, DLSS is an NVIDIA process, and Nintendo uses NVIDIA chips. So
That's true.
they would not have to really do much in order to get DLSS. Which vastly improves image quality with next to no resource hit. So, I mean, I'm no doctor, but that leads into the rumors. That's something I could easily buy. I don't know. Did I do a good pitch? What do y'all think?
Yeah.
Possible.
I think there's a chance.
Well, I mean, why would they discontinue the dock then? There's got to be some reason, right?
They just don't want to ship it to Europe.
It's also UK. If it was North America or your Japan saying this, I would be a lot more on the train.
But why the UK? Is Nintendo getting on the meme that everyone hates British people?
No, but a lot of things in the past have gotten discontinued there years before every other country does.
Why the Switch dock? That's the crucial part of. That's like half the reason you get a Switch.
But it comes with your Switch.
Yeah, but you want more.
That's a weird thing to get rid of, though.
Yeah, so you get one with your Switch, and then that's the one you have. Like, sucks if you have more than one TV in your house. Or if you want to go anywhere with it, now you have to unplug it and move it every time you want to do that.
Yeah, for real.
Oh. Okay, well, no, that's just the refurbished ones.
So are the refurbished ones still available on the site? Is that what you're looking at?
Yeah, I'm trying to see. It looks like the refurbished ones are sold out on Nintendo America, and not selling any directly.
We'll see. That could be their big Game Awards announcement, but I kind of doubt it.
That's what I'm saying. Like what if this is in March next year or something, or even just next year in general, sometime.
Just
starting
April 1st, Mario Switch.
Whoa.
2.
Yeah, and it's
Just
just
like
I
my
actually
30
assume
bird.
it's gonna be like a Switch too. I assume it's just.
Nah, it will be new Switch.
yeah, either
Oh,
new
you're right.
Switch or like Switch Pro or Switch something.
They wouldn't call it Pro. That's what the Pro controllers are called.
The Nintendo
Yeah,
Switch Pro controller.
I would hope that
So,
they've learned.
new Switch. You all know I'm right.
Well, okay,
Unless
that's
it's
recency
XL.
bias. I'm gonna call recency bias on that because like they didn't call
Switch
like
XL.
I don't know. It was the DSi to the DS, the Game Boy Advance to the Game Boy. Like, there's no telling what they're gonna call it. I mean, they could be
just
lazy and stick with the new naming scheme.
I
I
just
guess.
really hope they don't call it the Switch Pro. Pro, 'cause that's what everyone calls the Pro controller.
Okay,
They
what
call
about the Switch
Pro.
Plus?
Switch
Hmm.
what?
Plus.
XL?
Plus Switch XL
Switch Plus
Bruh.
XL 3D DLSS
Featuring
4K featuring
Alright,
Donkey
3D
Kong,
Cry.
Cry on the market.
featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series, new Funky Kong mode. Ultimate.
Plus Bowser's
Plus
Fury.
Bowser's
featuring
Fury.
camera mode.
Yeah, it's got a camera on it now.
They can see you.
And
Oh,
I don't know. It's also like this also could be biased.
Be nothing.
For yeah, like it's. I think it's just because there's already so many rumors. You know they're working on one, even if it's not. You know they're doing it because that's what R&D is.
Yeah, they had to come up with the next
They're doing
idea.
something. It's just
Switch
when.
you.
Switch you. Curse. That's so
Please.
cursed.
Nintendo, please have learned.
No, don't learn. New Switch you.
woo!
At least it says new on it.
No. Old Switch you.
Old Switch you.
Yes,
Um,
a new old Switch. Oh.
Kurt, oh god, this is just disgusting. All of these names are disgusting.
New Luigi.
So I'm on the right track, right?
yeah, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm super intrigued by that. That's such a good point. Like, there's got to be some big reason because that's just money to make. They're making money on all this stuff. Like, why would they stop? People want to buy docks. That's why it's been in the news. Like, why can't you buy them?
Question.
Because Nintendo doesn't want to sell them. I'm onto it.
But
I don't know. We'll see.
yeah, I guess only time will tell. Anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for us here this week. We thank you so much for listening. Please share us with a friend. Comment on our YouTube video, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, RSS feed, youtube.com/StormwindGames. We hope you have a lovely week. We will try to do the same. Stay safe. Again, with the holidays and everything, travel being up and cases spiking and a bunch of other stuff that I don't want you to pressure with you right now. Please be safe. Take care of yourself. We hope you have a good week, and we will see you back next week. Same time as always, 7 a.m. Central. Thank you so much. For me and the gang here, bye-bye.
Bye bye.
See ya.